Alright, yeah, so I'm back. Like I said, this is a three-parter. I'm going to post all three of these videos on YouTube. Hopefully you guys enjoy these videos. This is just to get the word out. They stop being fooled by these, beings who have um an evil thing to do against you. Okay, with something secret because it's unspeakable because it's secret to them. Something they don't want to speak because it might bring bad luck on whatever part that person or thing has to play within this scheme or theory. You see what I'm saying? That they have going on. So it is a conspiracy theory, but they're trying to take the conspiracy theory and use it against those who see the evil agenda that they're bringing upon people here on this planet. Not just people, the plants, the animals, and life in this planet as a whole. Okay? So, I was at theorem. So, I was almost done reading this. It says, earlier in this sense was theoretical, a noun, late 15th century, um, sense of principles or methods of a science or art rather than its practice. It is first recorded in the 1610s as in music theory, which is the science of musical composition apart from practice or performance. Sense of an intelligible explanation based on observation and reasoning is from the 1630s. Okay. Now, domino theory is in here, which means it comes from Eisenhower, which Dwight D. Eisenhower is the one who the what is it called, the Federal Reserve was founded upon, because he, you know what I'm saying, signed it basically into law after it was illegally taken to Congress when Congress was out of session in the summer or of 1962 or 1963. I can't remember. Um, and the few delegates that were there were paid by these elites to agree upon it, and it was signed into law before anybody could come back and dispute it. So that was illegal as fuck. And that was done against the people who lived here and their generations after them. It wasn't just done against, this country, because this country has not been a country for a long, long time. And it was actually a move to set in place what was already here in place to begin with, because you all don't know this, but the World War was funded by the King of England. He funded both revolutionary wars. Okay, so, and you can do your research and look this up. You know what I'm saying? Hitler and Napoleon was funded. You know what I'm saying, by Jews. Um, it wasn't 6 million Jews that died. It was black people over there in Germany who were going through the Holocaust too, as well. In certain parts of Europe, they weren't being messed with. Certain parts of Europe, they were being locked up, tortured, and killed. Um, so it's a lot of truth that goes along with this that they aren't giving to the public because they don't want the public to know the truth and be awake and know as much as they do. Okay. Well, certain ones do now because they feel like the ones who said they was in control, the puppets who said they were in control, they see that now they aren't in control, and now those puppets done fucked up, and they're looking for somebody to help them about this um, extinction level event that might be coming if people truly don't wake up and take back control of their minds. Like I said, that woman with the gorilla, if she had control of her mind, if she trusted the creator within her and herself enough to be outside with her son and know that there was no harm to come to him, not just think, oh, I'm just so disassociated, but I love my son though. I hope nothing happens to him. You don't. You have to know that nothing will happen to your child. You have to trust Creator within you. Don't trust if you don't trust nobody else. Start off trusting with true Supreme Creator who is within you. Nobody else. And I'm not talking about just one text or one type of God. I'm talking about the Creator that created everything. And you know what I'm saying? The Big Bang Theory is obsolete. And now they know why it's obsolete, because there wasn't a beginning or an ending. This universe, every universe, is an infinitely eternal expanding experience of life. And the all the it's just really, if you need to grasp your mind for this so that you can understand. So when I explain these things, it doesn't sound so idiotic to you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. When I say idiotic, I don't mean like it's stupid. I mean like it's foreign and you don't have an understanding of it. I want to help you all get one so that you can help yourselves and you can help First Earthling, who you all call Earth, who I call First Earthling in her proper form, because our macro planet, our macro body is our everything. We are the micro body of our macro body. Just like we have our micro bodies, our DNA and our cells, and our new neurotransmitters and all that other stuff that we have. That's what we are to Earth. Earth is a living, breathing being, a full, whole body living, breathing being. She's not a whole bunch of lands separated and motherfucking screwed up and jacked up and cut up for profit and left to motherfucking die. That's not who Earth is. And people need to get a true definition, a better, truly better definition of who First Earthling is, whom you all call Earth. Yes, children, I'm talking to you. I hope you all watch this for our benefit, for life's benefit, not just for your own, because it'll be for your own, but you need to work on getting your own understanding and your own knowing. So nobody can try and tell you how you're wrong for knowing what you know, or you're wrong for thinking the way you do, or you're wrong for the wisdom of knowledge that you have. The truth and wisdom that you truly sought to gain, the true knowledge that you have. Don't let nobody take it away from you once you start on that road, children. And trust me, people will try. People have tried with me over and over and over again. Even people that, work for the state government, and they know I'm telling them the truth. But they don't say anything. But when I see what they writing on their pad, that's a different story. When I see what they writing in they case notes, that's a different story. Oh, I'm nuts. I'm bonkers. I am idiotic, stupid, and gone off the fucking rocker. To them. But don't y'all let them tell you that's what is happening to you. Don't let them tell you that's where y'all going. Because y'all want to know truth of truth. Not truth of the lie. Because children, you already know that. They put it in your face every day. All the monster movies that you go and watch with your children, all the, paranormal activity, all the conjuring, all that shit, that's the truth of the lie that they peddle to you. What's the lie? The lie that they peddle to you? The lie is out there, the Alice in Wonderland and the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and um what's that other one that they keep remaking over and over and over again? Shit, what's the name of it? Oh, The Wizard of Oz. All of those, you know what I'm saying, they're being remade to keep, reweaving the energy that they're putting over your children over and over and over again. They put it over you when you went to go watch it, when they remade it for you. Okay? They've been remaking Alice in Wonderland for years, for at least 50 years. Okay, y'all let y'all children watch Disney Channel though. Y'all want to take y'all children to Disney World. Ain't nothing wrong with Disney World to you, because you don't know about the secret labs and shit that they got up under there that they take that they took the Mickey Mouse children to and had them chained up to things and did horrible things to those children, or children who they brought there from a special school program that they took up under their facilities, and they brainwashed and did horrible things to them. You all don't know that. Y'all don't know that part of Disney. They hope you never find out. They know that if you found out the truth about what they are and what they do, that you would lynch the fuck out of them. You would kill the fuck out of them. And some of them, even though they did what they did, they felt like they didn't have a choice. And unfortunately, I have I'm an empath, so I have space in my compassion in my heart for those who truly didn't mean the things they did. They were just doing it because they wanted to go along to get along, because they didn't want the bad things that they was doing to those children to happen to them or worse. Ain't that what y'all doing right now? A lot of y'all just going along and getting along because y'all don't want nothing bad to happen to you or your children. But you look up and you're so disassociated from your children, you don't know what the fuck is going on in your surroundings. And next thing you know, some fuck shit happens to your motherfucking your seed, your legacy, because you're not watching what the fuck you need to be watching. You're needing to pay special attention to, and don't focus just your energy on one child when you know you've got more than one child with you. That in Cincinnati, what the fuck are you doing? Well, you ain't got motherfucking tranquilizer bullets to tranquilize them. Are y'all so broke that y'all can't afford tranquilizers anymore? You're not gonna put the animal to sleep to make sure that animals, especially it being an endangered species, to make sure that it doesn't motherfucking suffer any more than you already have made it suffer by cutting down the motherfucking forests of Africa. And now they got these machines that go cut down hectares of motherfucking acres of Africa in a day. A hectare, that's like 100 square feet of land. That's a pretty big area to be cutting down of a rainforest that we need to breathe and live, and where our fresh water for rain everywhere basically comes from. I'm saying this because I'm being driven to say it. I'm being told this is coming from a space within me nobody can touch. Nobody who's not with True Supreme Creator. Nobody who doesn't truly fully understand the need to be whole with True Supreme Creator can touch. I'm saying this to you so you all can get this, so you all can know the difference between the truth and the falsehood. That which seems true is definitely not true. That which you can't tell is true is trying to hide truth from you. That's not true. That's the truth of the lie. You know, they throw up, oh, Alice in Wonderland. Next thing you know, you're in the motherfucking wormhole, intestinal wall wormhole of like hell with motherfucking one of the motherfucking tentacle beasts trying to drag you into its hole with it or some shit. Yeah, and it sounds funny, ha ha ha, because I know a lot of the young ones, they watch the Japanese anime with the, what I'm saying, the hentai with the tentacle beasts, you know, messing around sexually with the Japanese girl. A lot of parents don't know that these children watch this stuff. A lot of parents asleep on this shit. They don't know what the fuck their children are motherfucking learning about with the motherfucking internet raising their children right now. Some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids out here, they didn't heard about the New World Order. They're not the New World Order. Call them the Draconian World Order. Matter of fact, I didn't get a chance to look up conspiracy again and look that up so you all can get a definition of a true etymological origin of that. And then I'm going to look up draconian so you can say it's the old draconian order. Don't say the New World Order. It's the OTOT. It's the OTO or the ODO. It was the old draconian order before was the OTO, which Aleister Crowley had founded. Which the ODO was connected to Zoroastrianism, and a lot of people don't even know who the hell Zoroastrian was. Anyway, conspiracy, mid 14th century, from Anglo-French conspiracy, Old French conspiracy means conspiracy or plot. From Latin, conspirationem, nominative conspiratio, agreement, unanimity. Noun of action from conspirare, see conspire. Earlier in the same sense of conspiration, early 14th century. From French conspiration, 13th century. From Latin conspirationem. An Old English word for it was fascinquis. Fascinquis or Swiss. It's fascinquis or fascinquis. As a term in law from 1863, conspiracy theory is from 1909. Okay? See if I can find conspiracy theory as a full term on here. Looks like I'm not gonna find it, children. So they mentioned that the first time conspiracy theory was used was in 1909. Okay, um, so that's really interesting to see that, you know, over damn near over a century later, a century and damn near what 20 years later, it's still being used. Let's see, 1909, 2009, that's 100 years, okay? Then 2019, that's 110 years that, the term conspiracy theory has been used. Wow. Who knew that? You know what I'm saying? No, a lot of people don't know that. So that, like I've been saying, we say evil agenda instead of conspiracy theory, children, because as you can see, conspiracy theory has been used a long time to peddle and push against those who are really working to fight this attack on all life, including life, this planet's life itself. Okay? Now, see, I'm not a Bible thumping you. I'm not throwing anything at you. I'm just looking to throw cold, hard facts at you all that you all can go and research on your own and look it up. Take any part of my speaking, my lecture right now, and look it up. Um, ism. When you type in conspiracy theory, ism pops up. Distinctive doctrine, theory, or practice. 1670s, the suffix ism, which is a noun, is used as an independent word, chief disparagingly related ismatical by the same path. Is from 1811. Okay? But ism in medical terminology is used to denote a condition of something. Okay? Which is another, you know, synchronicity of these words that the origin of them that I'm looking up, and finding, these, just, connections with these words and how they're connected and they contrast and contradict one another. So that lets me know that they, um, I think they were purposely done like this to in order to confuse the speech of people, everywhere, to discourage them from learning how to speak properly, or within the native tongue of their language of their country, you know. Um, a lot of people nowadays in every language use slang. Only the highborns use, proper, nouns and derivatives and inflections and this all that other stuff. Um, it's a lot to do with language because language is so powerful that it was used to create everything in the beginning, at first, everywhere. And it's still being used today, everywhere, with everybody that exists within, creation. It's so powerful that the beings outside of creation had to learn how to use the energy of the spoken word within creation in order to make a place for themselves to exist within creation. All you got to do is research. That's all you got to do. And you'll find everything I'm saying to you is true. There exist those who serve for the outside team, the ones who are outside of existence and life, who want to twist and warp life into their version of it, or if they can't do that, destroy it wholly. And you know what I'm saying, decimating, okay, for their great evil work. Okay. Now, the reason I told you all to call not not to call them the New World Order because there's that duality again. Okay, there's that new versus old, good versus bad. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying, young versus old. There's that you know that duality, and we're working to move beyond their duality, children. Their duality is the matrix that they jack you into. Okay, when you're in duality, you're in the matrix, which is the demerge, which is what they made in order for themselves to exist, for themselves to be able to rule. Okay? The light versus the dark theorem, which is a false um, doctrine because it's a false reality. It's the false reality, but it's the platform for which everything in this world has been based on, and now Earth is seeking to change that. Earth, who I call First Earthling, whom you all call Earth, is seeking to remove that from herself because she knows that it's killing her. Okay, it's not whole, and whole heals, and dual tears down, causes disease. Okay, causes non-immunity, meaning that you're susceptible to attacks from the outside. Okay, okay. Let me just say something. Physics tells us, quantum physics tells us, or bioquantum physics tells us that there is a barrier between our body and something else touching our body. Okay, so and that means in every level of every cell of your body there is a barrier for that layer of cell life. Like your brain, there's a blood brain barrier that you can't most um drugs or pharmaceutical or medical equipment can't get past because it's a protective barrier for our brain. So as our bodies have that same barrier. So when something touches you, theoretically it can't pass that barrier into your skin unless there's an opening. Okay? That's why we have to be very careful about how we're awakening. Because if you're not careful about how you're awakening, you are going to awaken the wrong way, which there is a truly whole way and a dual wrong way to awaken. If you awaken the wrong way, you awaken in their world and they can use you how they want to because they already have their energy weapons, their microwave weapons, their, you know what I'm saying, bioenergetical weapons, all that in their false grid. They already have all of that set up. They're using it all the time daily on people who aren't even aware of it at all. At all, children. But you all need to wake up and be aware because it's time for you to prepare. I'm being driven to tell you this. I am being told to tell you this. It's time to prepare to live for a life and heal yourself for life. And by you healing yourself without you even knowing it, you're helping Earth heal herself too, Earth's self too. First earthling whom you all call Earth. I call Earth first earthling because we're all earthling. We didn't come from another planet. So we can't call ourselves human because human is another otherworldly term when you look up the etymology of the word, when you go in depth into researching words and languages and where they came from and the origins of these words we use today. When did we all stop using the word earthling? And I'm going to look that up too. But first I'm going to look up draconian so you all can remember why we're going to call them the old draconian order. 1876. Draconian is an adjective. Earlier draconic implied from the 1640s, from Draco, a Greek statesman who laid down a code of law for Athens in 621 BCE that mandated death as punishment for minor crimes. His name seems to mean literally sharp-sighted. Okay? Also means dragon. Okay? And when it says in the Bible, and that dragon, that old serpent, it doesn't mean that old serpent because it's a part of the duality. It meant that dual serpent. The serpent of double-minded way. Or the double-minded path. Or the double-handed path. Okay? Let's look up Earthling. Earthling, Old English, yerbling, plowman. The sense of inhabitant of the earth is from 1950s and might be a reformation as the word seems to be missing in Middle English. Compare earthman. Earlier in this sense was earthite, 1825. Okay. Also sanderling, um, which wading bird, um, century 1600, probably from sand, a noun, and ling, which is a diminutive suffix. But Old English dictionaries suggest, or Oxford English Dictionary suggests possible derivation from Old English sanderling, with second element yerdling or erdling, plowman, literally earthling. Okay, which is also here under earthling when you search for it, homunculus, tiny human being produced artificially. 16, goes into geoengineering, all the rest of the stuff I just told you about, cloning, all that other stuff. You know, they've had this for centuries, for years, not just centuries, not just thousands of years, but beyond hundreds of thousands of years. And they brought it here hundreds of thousands of years ago to use it, you know, to make their form of life. These are parasitic beings, outer creational parasitic beings, children, who are trying to make a living off of you and feed off of your energy until you die, and then recycle you and use you again within this trap. This not a it's not a depending on what how you use the term matrix, it can mean one of two things, which is another dual meaning thing. But yeah, matrix or matrix is also a mathematical or geometrical term, which means basically a box with different dimensions. Um, but if you use it as in form of the matrix, that also means box, but it's more of a prison than a box. You know what I'm saying? Or a cell, cell. You see all the synchronicities coming in? You know what I'm saying when I talk? I know this is like difficult or um uninteresting at this moment because you haven't done things that you know what I'm saying, you feel are spiritually worthy of you taking notice of yet that you were spiritual experiences. Or you have, but instead of taking notice of them because of how your environment may be, you are forced to neglect or deny that experience instead of embracing it. I'm telling you right now, I'm being told to tell you this. It is time for you to truly embrace those spiritual experiences that true Supreme Creator gave you, for you to know that there's something more than this what you see here and what's being shown to you, falsely in the spiritual plane and falsely in the physical plane. Okay, so back to homunculus. It's a 1650s. It's a noun from Latin homunculus, plural homunculi, literally little person or dwarf. Um, with culus, dimun, dimun, diminutive suffix plus homo, genitive homonis, which technically meant male human, but it is also was used with the sense the human race or mankind. In while in vulgar Latin it could be used as one, anyone, they, or people. And in logical scholastic writing as a human being person. This conjecture this conjectured to be perhaps from the PIE DH Gomon, literally earthling from the gem or gem, earth. Uh, see, really, chthonic also compare humans. Really, y'all don't know why I'm saying really, unless y'all know about the Cthulhu mythos. Okay, and I really hate saying that motherfucking name. They're fuck shit. No, he's not welcome here. They're not welcome here. They don't belong here. Anyway, that you all don't know why I reacted like that, but I know why I reacted like that. Okay, it might seem like, oh, I'm stupid or I'm just crazy, want to get attention, but this is way more than that. I don't care if y'all pay one iota of attention to me, as long as you pay attention to my words and you heed this preparation message. You know, this is not a warning. You've gotten all the warnings you can get, and the warning was coming from the so-called elites anyway, because they can do weather modification and they can do all these things with the electromagnetic field and the false one that they've laid on over it in the guise of a digital energy field. I'm telling y'all what I know, children. I'm telling y'all what I'm being told to tell you, what I'm being driven to say over and over again. Okay, other Latin diminutives from homo include homolus and homuntia. And then they have human. Uh, I'm going to the chthonic one in a minute. It says mid 15th century, humane, human, from whole Old French humain, humain, or uman, which comes from the Medo-Persians, is an adjective of or belonging to man. From Latin, humanus, of man, human, also humane, philanthropic, philanthropic, kind, gentle, polite, learned, refined, civilized. This is in part from the PIE. Jagomon, literally earthling, earthly being, as opposed to gods, compared to Hebrew Adam, man from Adama, ground, cognate with Old Lithuanian Zmoa, Zmuo, accusative Zmumi, male, man, male person. Human interest is from 1824. Human rights attested by 1680s. Human beings by 1690s. Human relations is from 1916. Human resources attested by 1907. American English apparently originally among social Christians and based on natural resources. Okay, so that's all to do with earthling. Okay, this is why I call myself an earthling or an earthite. Okay, y'all could think I'm crazy. Just go and like no, just go watch Ash versus the Evil Dead, and y'all gonna see little bits and pieces. Just start if y'all watched the things I watched and knew the things I knew, y'all or saw the things that I've seen, you would know that which I know. But I know you're not at, you know, you're not. Some of you aren't ready for that, but you need to prepare to get ready for it because it's coming whether you want it to or not. Okay. There's been a lot of recent evil, negative, activity, bioenergetically done in the form of rituals and whatnot that have set off, um, keys to open portals and whatnot. Keys, when I say key, I mean a certain sound. Okay, because sounds can be used as keys, just like your eye can be used as a biometric. The frequency, of your eye, your eyelids can be used as a biometric key to open the door. Okay, that's what I mean. Yeah, they've been used because of this last change of the planets and whatnot, and how they change, um, the alignments and whatnot, and the passings of like Mars, Mercury in front of the sun and Venus behind the sun. Um, yeah, that's basically yeah. This they've done negative, evil rituals on those days to bring about very very evil things on this planet, and we have to fight it by getting our minds stronger, by truly searching for the truth and truly beginning to trust first with true supreme creator, if not anybody else. Okay. So, chthonic. Did not want to look this fucking word up. It's an adjective. Um, 1882 with the suffix "ik" from Greek word chthonios, of the earth, in the earth from chthon, the earth, solid surfaces of earth. Sorry, mostly poetic from PIE roots, digium or digium. Also a source of Greek chamai, underground, first element in chameleon. Also Latin humus, soil, earth, humilis, low, Lithuanian zine, old church, Slavonic zemlja or zemlja. It's spelled Zemlja. Earth, Sanskrit, Sam, which means earth, as opposed to sky, and Old Irish du, genitive don, place, earlier earth. Okay, that's the chthonic. But I don't get that when they got this being named what it's named, and this being is not of earth. I think his name means Earth Destroyer, the one I mentioned earlier. Go back. go back and read the go back and read it. Just go back and read it. That's all you gotta do. Okay? And you'll find out that I'm telling you the truth. Go back and listen to these words that I'm saying on this video. You ain't gotta look at my face. I just want you to close your eyes and listen. Or you can look at my face if you want to. That's up to you. But I'd rather you just, if you can't, if it's boring and it doesn't interest you right now, but you clicked on it because there's something in here I have for you. That's the only reason you clicked on this video. Any one of these videos, there's something in here that I have for you that you need to hear from me right now. And that's another reason why I'm being driven and told to make these videos. Okay? Other than the fact that I'm awake and I see, a lot of things that's going on that a lot of people can't see or they can't remember or they don't even have a recollection of a clue of what I'm talking about. It's like their minds have been mind wiped or I've been jumped into a different reality or some shit like that. Okay? So that's another reason why I'm saying this. Oh, and another thing. I remember Mandela dying back in 1995-96. I remember him saying he was dead. I remember that. So I'm not from this time stream. I'm not. Well, this is they. Went back in time again and done things. They went. But the effects. But because we weren't supposed to figure it out. And they were trying to kill everybody that was trying to put this information out there. They ran out of time to do that, to get it in their control. So it's not in their control anymore. That's why they're trying to say, "Oh, Dark Lord, come to us," because they can't control the minds of the people anymore. People are waking up and saying things that are making sense, a true sense again, true sense in life and the law of life. Okay, not just the law of self-preservation or the preservation of the human species. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to people earlier, and I'm like, how could you say that? You're afraid for your child's life when you're not even paying attention to your child, and the child, the gorilla was doing better job of keeping the child safe and calm than y'all was, but because the child was in the enclosure if the child got scared by all y'all motherfuckers out there being stupid. When y'all got scared, that gorilla got agitated because y'all made that baby scared. And that is cause and effect right there. The epitome of it. That's why I said what the duality has to go. The whole must be that which it was, is, and will always be, and will be once again. Hopefully, very soon. Whole. And with that, I'm done with this lesson, about etymology and what we should term those who pretend to be in power and those who truly have an evil agenda against all life. Okay, so this is my time, children. Hope you enjoyed all three of these videos. Take your time studying, please. I'm asking you for your sake to do so. Not just because I want, to do this or do that or make some noise. I'm doing this for the health of Earth. This really ain't gonna benefit me none. Even if I get over 1 million views, which I'm pretty sure I won't because nobody wants to hear about somebody talking about some actual true shit, who's had a lot of experience, even though she doesn't have a fucking master's or a fucking degree in this shit. She's got experience enough to know what she's talking about when she's talking about it. As far as true spirituality goes and what they're trying to take from you and what they're trying to hide from you. So I implore you for your own sakes to look up, the information I've given you. Feel free to browse my channel, look for other channels that I'm connected to. Most of them are okay about getting the truth out there, but I'm gonna throw a couple of them out, like Payday Monsanto. He's a rapper, a really enlightened rapper, even though he wants to vote for Donald Trump. And I'm like, dude, this is the Jubilee. We are going back to not having a ruler. Fuck you mean? That there was a time in the Bible where Judah, well not Judea because Judea came after Judah, but Judah and the kingdom of Israel, well Israel, Judah and Israel, they didn't have a kingdom. They didn't have a king. It was just them leading each other and following the laws according to life, how Creator set them down accordingly. Some were worse at it than others, like the Benjamites got their ass handed to them all the time. Read that shit over and over again. They done fuck shit up, acting like Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? Fucking motherfuckers in the ass and trying to get a hold to a man, and he sent his wife out there and motherfucking they fuck his wife and his daughter and chop him up and leave him on the doorstep. Look it up. That's in like Numbers or Deuteronomy. Look that shit up. That story is real. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, they do fuck shit, but when that happened, the Israelites and the people of Judah came together and they handled that shit accordingly. They went to war with them motherfuckers and they made the motherfuckers fight because that's what had to happen. Okay, when there's a people that's corrupt like that, there you know what I'm saying, you feel for them, but there's no hope for them. Like Batman said, I know. Stop. Sorry. I'm not sorry, but sorry. When you kill one person, there is still the same amount of killers in the world. When you kill a killer, there's still the same amount of killers in the world. Because now that you've killed that person, you've taken that person's place as a killer in the world. And somebody's going to take yours. That's what that means. But at the same time, there are certain things that, people, they're just so infected by this unseen virus, this unknowable life energy virus that they can't, you know what I'm saying, they can't break free from it, and um unless they become healers of themselves, they can't get healed of it. Once you become a healer of yourself, you are truly a healer of life, not of the duality. And I can heal who I want, and I'm gonna get paid a lot of money for healing people. No, that's not how that works. It's not how that goes. That's why I listen to the independent researchers before I listen to the ones who are the scientists that are paid by GlaxoSmithKline and Dow and who else? Monsanto, the Roundup Corporation, all them corporations. I would rather not even. I would rather pretend like those corporations and their paid scientists don't exist, because they like to think that way of me. And honestly, I know between having money and not having money, that's it's it's not it's not that serious as far as money is concerned. It's serious, but it's not that serious. It's serious enough to say none of this shit that I'm talking about exists, and to say all the money that you get in the world is gonna handle everything you need. It's not that serious, because the ones who control the money that you get are the ones that's perpetrating these you know what I'm saying, biological warfare weapons and bioenergy weapons against you and your family and yourself and your loved ones and everything you love and care about and life as a whole and this whole planet's life as a whole. So, you people, you all need to truly wake up on the true side of truth. Not on that which seems to be the side of truth. Not just what you see by what you go by your eyes, because your eyes will deceive you like they've been deceiving y'all all along, from toddler age on up to now. You know, if you're not already aware and you didn't have parents who were truly awake, who were telling you what to do and what not to do through, you know, true parenting, not what people call parenting nowadays. Nowadays, they have to go to a a teacher and have that counselor or teacher teach them how to be a parent. That's a damn shame. When did women lose their mothering ability? When did women lose their motherhood? You people really need everybody who hears this. This is for you, and you need this. You truly do. You need to go research the words I've researched and more, and do more to prepare yourself, to preserve yourself in your legacy, or you won't be preserved. There will be no somebody coming to get you and save you. You'll be gotten and motherfucking experimented on, and motherfucking probed and prodded, and so will your offspring too, or be offered up as sacrificed or cooked as meat. But no, saving you, it's not because you're nobody. It's because you didn't take time to tap in that true resource, which is true, the true supreme creator, more so than what they call God. Who, you know what I'm saying, they got y'all stuck on this God who is all the duality in the world, but who is not the truly supreme creator of all, of everything that's been created. There's a difference. And it's time for us to learn the true difference between true supreme creator, who is creator of everybody everywhere, and what they call God, who is the controller of the duality of this world. So yeah, I'm done. Just needed y'all to know these things. I just needed to put these videos out there. I needed to record these. I was being driven to do this today. So you might hear from me again in a week. Or it might be a bit longer than a week. But I'll be back on here, and hopefully I'll have had, some views of those who are truly seeking truth, you know. Um, Instead of saying they're seeking truth and just looking for answers from other people, instead of using the clues that other people are giving them to find the answers for themselves from within themselves. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference, a true difference, and it's time for everybody to learn it and learn which side they're truly on. So, with that, I conclude, children, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day and rest of your week.